Hey there, I'm Loki, Loki9, and I'm an unprepared interloper who is seeing some brand new news. Yes, this is the Long Dark Tales from the Far Territory Part 4 update video, and this is a live reaction to, well, all of the awesome news that we're going to be getting, because there's sickly wolves, and poison, and all of those other weird and wacky and wild things in the Long Dark update coming this December. So, in 3 seconds, we'll be finding out more. 2, 1. Let's see what we've got. See what Hinterland surprises us with. Ooh.
Hello, survivors.
Hello.
This is Raphael, the creative director on The Long Dark.
Well, hi.
Thanks for joining me for today's update video.
Thank you for bringing it.
Today we're launching the 4th part of Tales from the Far Territory, our paid expansion to the Long Dark's survival mode.
What poison?
Part 4 is called Buried Echoes,
It's a gas mask.
which is also the name of the second tale, referring to the mysterious continuation of Signal Void from Part 2. In this video, I'll be walking you through all the new features and
More
content
caves.
added in Buried Echoes, as well as some free additions to the base survival mode.
Woo! Free additions! Yippee! Oh, that's a bunny. Yeah. Zone of contamination.
The marquee addition in Buried Echoes is a new region for the Far Territory called the Zone of Contamination.
Sounds
Accessed by
spooky.
road from Transfer Pass, the Zone of Contamination is a polluted wasteland, the site of the abandoned Langston mine.
Oh, the trees look sickly.
Exploration of the Zone of Contamination will be hindered by toxic pools, chemicals, and industrial poisons left over from the abandonment of the mining operation, as well as the poor wolves themselves poisoned and left behind, hungry and extra dangerous.
No, I feel sad for them
If
now.
you travel through these toxic hazards unprotected, you'll gradually build up a chemical poisoning affliction, so be careful. The corrosive hazards are also very hard on
Oh, that's not good.
so your best hope is to
My
avoid
dear skin
them if you
boots!
can. This is the most built-up region we have in the
Yeah.
Long Dark, with a large complex of interconnected mine buildings, housing for workers,
Very modern.
and abandoned equipment. We think it has a great overall vibe and evokes the atmosphere of some of my favorite games, like Fallout and Stalker. Beautiful
I was gonna say, it's got
haunted
strong
stories
Stalker
of those
vibes.
left behind,
Very
full
strong
of nooks and
Stalker.
crannies just waiting to be
Or
discovered.
Metro
We
Exodus.
hope you enjoy exploring the zone.
Ooh. Respirator. And other safety gear. Gotta have a hard hat.
Within the ruins of the Langston mine, a sprawling complex of industrial
Please give me a hard
structures,
hat.
abandoned equipment, an open pit, and an extensive maze of tunnels buried deep under the mountain, you'll find a collection of
Combat
safety
boots.
equipment that can really help you out. The respirator will protect you from pockets of toxic gas you'll encounter underground.
Oh, I like the
and
little
on
mask
surface.
thing.
Just keep an eye open for the consumable canisters, as without
Okay.
them the respirator can't do much for you.
That's not good.
There's also protective clothing, a miner's coat,
Yeah.
pants, chemical-resistant boots,
Hat.
and a hard
A hat, let's
Each one
go!
provides a different amount of
Hard hat.
protection against physical
I like
damage,
it.
wind, and moisture. As always, you'll trade these capabilities off against weight and other statistics.
Makes
Whatever
sense.
you feel
It's gonna be
is
heavy.
most useful.
Gonna be heavy.
The Zone of Contamination isn't just home to toxic chemicals and poisoned wolves. Continuing the story introduced in Signal Void, follow the clues deep into the Zone of Contamination and uncover the next layer of the mystery of Rudiger, the security chief, and the strange events hinted at in the last tale. You'll journey throughout the zone looking for answers, and eventually, you'll find yourself in the heart of the mountain, trying to piece together the truth behind what happened here years
So yeah,
ago.
there's like a big conspiracy thing going on in survival mode now.
Territory's dark past, and plays with a weird and mysterious tone of stories left untold, forgotten by history, and with the appearance
Something
of
to work
tomorrow.
towards.
You may be the last witness to these events. Playing through Buried Echoes will take you about 5 hours, and you'll need to have first finished Signal Void. So this is a
Not
pretty
too long.
significant journey into mystery and into the past. We hope you dig in and enjoy the adventure. And don't worry, you can play Buried Echoes using Interloper Experience Mode if you really like to suffer.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
We've added a new gameplay system to your survival toolbox, the Travois.
Yeah.
Crafted from sapling,
Carry all the
kerosene, and other
things.
materials, the Travois is a simple but robust tool for carrying large amounts of items across.
I pronounced it right as well.
With about double the capacity of your backpack.
Oh damn, 75
load the
kilograms.
Travois up with
That's
supplies,
huge.
Gear, meat, and fish, whatever you like.
Big base
provided
movements.
You don't mind the process of painstakingly dragging it with you across the wintry landscape.
It's not too
of
slow.
Island. When pulling the Travois, your movement is limited to a walk, and you sacrifice some responsiveness. So keep your eyes
Oh, okay.
open for wildlife
So you can't
that might be attracted to whatever
turn.
it is you're dragging along with you.
Oh yeah, if you're carrying all the meat, you'll be
Drop the
stinky.
Travois quickly to deal with whatever threat comes along. And remember, the more you load onto the Travois, the slower you'll have to travel.
Fun.
And of course, nothing can be easy in the Long Dark.
Nope.
The Travois can't go everywhere you can go. You'll have to be careful on steep
That's
slopes.
rude.
And passing through interior transition
Oh,
zones like mines or climbing up ropes will require dumping the gear and collapsing the travois to carry it with you, then recovering your items afterwards to continue your journey.
Up and down, up and down.
This can create multiple trips and a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
So plan your route well and balance the pros and cons of using the travois. On the
I
whole,
don't recognise that meat. Is that moose meat?
that you all know and love,
I haven't taken down a moose yet.
The travois
They're
gives you a
big.
useful tool when creating new supply caches, safe houses, or just moving house to new regions. Have fun with it.
Scurvy. Oh no, it's an addition to the base game. Oh no, I'm in danger.
A new risk to your long-term
Not
survival.
scurvy.
Scurvy.
Oh no.
Nutrition has never been a big focus for the food and survival
No.
systems in the long dark. But scurvy is such a big part of the romance of long-term survival in frozen conditions, so we wanted to bring it into our survival sandbox. We also thought it'd be interesting to introduce a new challenge to those of our players who enjoy really long-term survival.
Where am I gonna find orange
and are
juice?
looking for new risks
Where am I gonna find
and
oranges?
to their experience.
Snowing.
How it works is fairly simple. Certain foods have vitamin C.
Ooh.
If you don't eat enough of them over time, you begin to accumulate scurvy risk. Once you've crossed a threshold, that risk becomes scurvy.
Ugh.
Scurvy is a tough affliction to deal with and introduces a series of long-term effects you'll struggle to overcome. So be careful. Scurvy isn't something you'll worry about.
Okay,
in the
rose
early
hips.
game, but if you're one of those survivors who routinely finds themselves in games that run in the hundreds of days, you'll want to plan for scurvy. Currently, scurvy is disabled by default in Pilgrim, but affects Voyager onwards. And
that makes sense.
Experiences with tuning to suit. Because we know dealing with scurvy might not be to everyone's taste, we may include an option to disable it in the custom settings in a future update.
Okay.
But for now,
but not in this update.
You'll try it out and see what you think.
Heal scurvy.
I'm not sure I can really tell you to enjoy scurvy, but hopefully you'll find it adds some.
Delicious scurvy. Yum yum yum. Oh, careful. Insulated flask. Another addition to the base game. A good one. Oh, they look so good.
Finally, what greater comfort in the frigid wasteland of the Canadian
I like the
North
80s style
to
one.
be able to carry a flask of warm liquids with you. We've added the insulated flask to the game. Coming in a variety of colors and patterns, you can load multiple units of
gonna get myself a flask collection.
Teas and so on into the flask and take it with you on your next day of trekking through the snowy forests of Great Bear Island. This means that if you time things well, you can stack multiple warmth buffs and keep hypothermia or frostbite at bay. Keep in mind that you can't mix things in one flask.
No.
So if you want to carry multiple and different warm fluids, you'll need to find and carry multiple flasks.
You can take soup. Okay, that's huge. Ooh, that way. You know that's gonna be merch at some point. Immersion. More immersion.
Now all the stuff I've just shown you is really great, but the thing I'm truly the most excited about, to be honest, is something I've been wanting to see in the game for years. Because of a bunch of work the team has done to improve memory management.
Sorry, you're not reloading a revolver with mittens. That's not happening.
Hand coverings. No more bare hands as you struggle to survive.
Oh no, taking out the bunny with the bunny mitts.
So now when you wear hand coverings, you'll see that choice reflected whenever you see first-person actions in the game. Switch to the hand coverings and the result is visible in the game. This includes the lower sleeve of whatever you're wearing on your arms as well.
That's cool as well.
Seems like a small thing, but it was tough to pull off, and I'm happy we're finally
able to
make it happen for you.
Gonna be hard to do that.
We're also working through an internal list of first-person interactions.
I was gonna say, it's like
in the game to heighten the sense of immersion in the long dark, even beyond what players already can feel. With this update, we've added new harvesting animations.
It's a hacksaw right there with a bear.
The tool you were using to harvest, and the type of carcass you were harvesting. We feel that these types of
that's a Timberwolf.
Really
good job.
Sense of connection to the world of the long dark.
Honestly surprised.
And therefore also your sense of vulnerability as a survivor.
Fishes.
We hope this just strengthens your feeling of being in the world and brings you a little closer to the harrowing survival experience.
Wait a minute, you're not taking damage. I see you've got God mode on. I see it. I see it.
So that pretty much summarizes everything added to Tales in Part 4.
Nice.
And also the free additions
few free things.
Survival game with today's update.
We're taking advantage of those.
Monitoring your feedback and any issues you report to us through our support portal, which is linked in the description below. And the team will do their best to hotfix any critical issues before we close the studio for our annual winter holiday.
Nice.
This is an important opportunity for the team to rest up and spend time with loved ones in preparation for next year. I say this every year, and it always proves to be true. Next year will be the biggest one for Hinterland to date. Yeah, they've
got even more game development and stuff going on that they've been mentioning, so
that our release
gonna be huge.
Didn't end up being as frequent as we had hoped, and it means a lot to me that most of you have been really understanding about this and have given us the time and space.
Yeah, people are still waiting on the story mode, which, you know, these things are not easy to make, so props to them to actually doing even more stuff. Okay, another dev diary.
Very small tease for episode 5, which will be shipping in 2024.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Beyond that, on behalf of the entire team at Hinterland, We hope you enjoyed today's update and have a wonderful winter holiday season.
You too.
All the best to you.
Stay
and
warm.
yours, and see you again in 2024.
Yeah.
Now get out there and enjoy the quiet apocalypse we've created for you.
Sweet. Long Dark. There it is. So that is the Long Dark Tales from the Far Territory Part 4 update video with a couple of little free updates as well in the mix if you don't own the DLC, which I myself do not. However, who knows? I may be getting into it in the new year if that is something that you are or are not interested in. But yes, I've been Loki Naiden, and I hope you've enjoyed this little live reaction to the Tales from the Far Territory update. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Here we are with news and jokes and to and fro and do's and don'ts. Come with me and live a little brand new Luke and Loke. Hooray! It's everybody's favourite internet fluffs, Luke and Loke.